Hey everyone, this is Doug, and this is my first voiceover for gameplay. I am playing support Lyra, so let's see how this goes. We have Celeste mid, Reza top, Kinetic bottom, and a Baptiste jungle, so they have a Scarf mid, I believe. Their comp's a little weird. I think that's a top lane Samuel for them, which is not great, but that's their pick. I got a Iron Guard contract there as well as a Oak Heart. Oak Heart's really good because increased health for Lyra increases her heals, so really early game Lyra, I'd really just stack health. Pretty standard start here. We have jungler and support as well as their mid laner, all three in the lane, trying to clean out the lane, maybe get a little poke damage in, and then rotate to our CP buff. You see their support there overextended a bit, and we got some good damage on them, so now we can just try and clean out this wave and go grab our buff. We lose a scout there, which is kind of too bad. They have jungle Yates, which is going to be kind of a pain if we don't have vision. And we don't have any right now, which is, we'll see how it goes. There goes our kinetic. This is not the last time, but you'll see she's kind of aggressive and forgets that we have a jungle Yates on their team, which is going to be pretty rough for her if she doesn't keep track of where it is. Although in her defenses and a little bit of an odd rotation for Yates to be in the bot lane already, because that's their top, so that's away from his jungle, which means he probably didn't do his jungle yet. If I was more on top of my game, I would have pointed that out to the resident. Maybe we could have stolen some jungle, but that's okay. See their captain rotating up to help Fox, but it was on the minimap, so I didn't call it out. Hopefully, Rez is paying attention. He wants help, but it's pre 4 minutes, so his turret has a barrier on it still, so I don't really think they're going to be able to do a lot of damage, so I just let it be. As I mentioned before, this is me stacking health. I'll probably get a Crucible first, and then Fountain second. You can argue either way, Crucible first or Fountain first, but especially on Lyra, who has healing built in, that's based on her extra health. I think Crucible first is the right choice. Just trying to help clear this wave out before we go get our buff again. I do not have a cam here, so I get a little nervous. You'll see I walk into the bush before I noticed that Celeste has a cam. I was just trying to get vision on the river there, make sure Yates didn't sneak in and pull it. But so you see there when I look at the score, our Kinetic has almost no gold, which is really too bad because we need her to carry late game, or be one of our carries late game. So we're doing really well mid lane. I'm going to rotate down and try and help her get a little farm in. And I get caught. Oops. So it didn't really go how I hoped, but hopefully I can help keep her alive a little longer. She gets a little gold out of it. And now we have 3 in their top lane, which seems really odd for their choices, but that was I think Baptiste had the right idea to come join us in the bot lane, but his rotation there was through the jungle right past all 3 of them to us, which is pretty rough when you have a Yates and a Lance, both, who will stun you. So you get the right idea, but just a really bad path. So rotate back to mid lane. Our Celeste is doing really well, which is why I was okay rotating down there. We push the wave out, go get our CP buff again. The first, I was trying to ping out the cam in the bush that Celeste was on top of. She missed it, but that's okay. That was pretty low. A little fight going on down here, so I'm going to try and rotate down and keep our team alive. I don't know what that portal was. Here I am body blocking for Baptiste, who's about to die. Save him there. But of course Yates ults in, so there's nothing I can do. Not sure the right thing here. Maybe I should have come back for help Celeste earlier, but pop flask. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but just want to try and save this turret as best I can. And now I have 4, and we both die for it, so maybe that wasn't great. Baptiste is mad at her, Reza, but I think taking top turret there is a pretty good trade, considering if he rotated down, he wouldn't have been able to save the turret. So we trade 1 for 1. This is where I first noticed, I think, that Yates is going full damage, which is pretty unusual. You usually expect Jungle Yates to be more of a second support than a damage dealer, but means we have to be careful of not just his stuns, but his damage outputs, so I'll try and adjust for that in this game. Try and push them away from our CP buff before startup so they can't steal. Here I'm going to try and rotate over, but I realize I still have the leash, so I can't rotate back. This is a really good stun from our team, so we get a kill for the turret, which not a great trade, but we're going to lose that turret anyways, so. Kinect's still really struggling in the bot lane, so I rotate down here to help. Block the Samuel ult. Don't have much to offer here, so I don't remember what I do. I pop my A to try and help him run away, but he goes back in, which I don't really agree with, but here we are. I look up. Celeste is still okay, so I'm gonna still try and help this Kinect get back into the game. and with no vision. And Yates in the jungle, she once again goes in way too deep. There's not much I can do to help, so I feel like I should have probably backed there anyways, but I don't. And this is a terrible rotation by Yates. Our Jungle Baptiste, like, he's farming next to a turret being lost. So, snarky ping from me, but there it is. Yeah, if you look at that, our Celeste is doing real well. Despite me being in the bot lane way more than I normally would for a captain. I don't really agree with Rez's choice to take this here, but if he's going to take it, I'll take the ambient. I think he should have left that for Celeste, but I was really lucky that I didn't catch him, because that would have sucked. So we saw Samuel in the river there, and he disappeared, so we have to be a little careful here that we don't overextend and get flanked by Samuel. There he is. Luckily Reza came down too. Block Samuel. Trying to keep the team healthy. Well, there Celeste just puts in work. I'm not healthy enough to go in, but I'm just going to stick around and heal, so that's what I do. I think we're kind of overextending here because they're all coming up. But nope, we don't. That's good. Oh yeah, I called out the dragon here. I think that was the wrong call. I think we could have done that 10 seconds earlier. It would have been a really good choice. As it was a bad choice. Because they're all up. And we have a lot of deaths for it. So that's my bad. We killed several of them. The rest had to back, and we just didn't rotate to the dragon soon enough. And again, Celeste just put in work by herself. Keep looking at who has the most gold and what everyone's building to try and counter that. But nothing too weird other than the Yates building so much damage as I mentioned before. This is our kinetic wandering deep to the new side of the map by herself. So I try and call it out for her, but she doesn't really listen. Nothing to do about it, so we just keep farming. What we do have to be aware of here is that they're now all down by the dragon, so Kinetic wants us to take Black Cloud, which would be terrible. So now we can see all of them on the map there, right? We got Samuel bot lane, box top, 2 in the jungle. I guess Yates, I didn't see Yates there, but it seems unlikely to take the dragon with just Yates. Try and block the Samuel ult again. I don't know. See, I didn't even notice until this late in the fight, but that was a 5v4. It would have been nice to get something out of it since they took a turret top. We did it. But this is a good rotation down by our team to grab the dragon. I didn't have any vision up there, so I threw my A up in hopes to catch one out who tried to steal a dragon. I realized right about here that Fox is AFK. Feel a little bad about it, but AFK in the middle of team fights. Hard to convince everyone just to know where you go. So now we switch to the dragon. We already have the ghost ring buff, and one of them is down, so this is a good time to grab it. We don't need all 5 of us to take it, so Reza stands out there and make sure we don't get it stolen, and offer support where I can, but it turns out they don't really contest, so it makes it easy. If you notice there, I grabbed the first item of the new vision item, which I don't remember the name of it all. It gives you more scout traps, or again, names. But it also gives you increased energy regen, which is really nice for an energy intensive captain like Lyra. We overstay a bit here, lose 1, or connect again. I try and get Baptiste to stick around. Rez goes really deep. Trades for kills, so I guess it's okay. Here comes Yates back in, but again, our Celeste is playing really well, so she pulls it off. So we're a little split here, which makes me nervous. I was getting overexcited there. I was going to chase that Samuel, which definitely would have been the right choice. So this rotation down is much better. They're coming for us, but again, Reza doing a good job screening them out. And we get another ghost ring. I take out their cam while sitting on the goop, which maybe not worthwhile, but there's Vox way overextended away from his turret. So you see Reza comes behind, Bap comes from the other side, and it's an easy kill. I follow them up. I'm not sure if I really needed to here, but I was worried the other team was going to collapse on us. But they left their Vox out to die, which I don't blame them for, because that's going to be hard to save. Here it Rez sits in the top lane, taunts them, and dives back in 3v1, which is sketchy. I don't know why he does it. I come to try and make sure he doesn't die for it. But, you know, not much to do. I crucibled in the hopes he could get out, but I'm not going to waste a fountain on that, because realistically, it wouldn't have saved him anyways, and I can use the fountain later. So you see their connect just wandered in their base. Well, Reza died, and did some work, which is great. They chase, overextend. Celeste kills everyone. There's a bit of a back and forth here about whether or not we should just finish or take Black Claw. We might have been able to finish, but Black Claw is definitely a safer choice. Connect's frustrated by the choice. I don't know why. And she just ports home, which is pretty bad, because we get regen off of taking Black Claw, and we really could have used her help, because it's a little risky right now with the Scarf and Yates float around and no vision on them. I finished my capacitor plate. Really good item for Lyra. I'm not sure in this final push if it's better to do that or to get the CP buff. RCP infusion. Both are good. Oh, here, if you saw that, I call out my portal and then dive in. And the team does a really good job following me, so we pick up a couple kills here, and that's going to be game. I tried to block that Lance, like triple stun there. I don't know if it's worth or not, but a real split focus there between killing the other team and just ending the game, but it works out. So yeah, that's my first voiceover. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I would love any feedback you have. Thank you.